Peace everyone, Unmask here, and welcome to the final day of Inktober 2017. We finally made it, everyone. I cannot believe how incredibly difficult it was to get through this month, but it was equally, if not more, enjoyable hanging out with you guys every single day, drawing and just creating and having fun, getting to know each other a little bit. So, no regrets, zero regrets whatsoever. It's just been so much fun. And this morning, I woke up, I had so many messages on Facebook. I had emails and everything just from everyone thanking me for doing the entire month and inspiring you guys and teaching you and sharing information and just sharing my story and inspiring just everything. It was so overwhelming. I had so many thank yous and kind words this morning that it absolutely made my day. Nothing could ruin this day. You guys are just so amazing, and I'm so grateful for having the best subscribers on YouTube by far. You guys are just great, and you sent me so much artwork for me to share today, and I want to just say thank you and great job to everybody that stuck with Inktober, hung in there the best that they could, gave it their all. Even if you were not able to do every single day, at least you put in the effort to do a bit, and that's all you can really ask for. So like I said, I got so much artwork, and I'm going to share it here in just a minute, but because I got such a vast volume of work, I just want to make sure that if I happen to have missed one of your drawings, if I happen to not seen your work, I apologize. I'm going to share everything that I could find from the messages that I got. Probably not the most ideal way to collect your drawings, as I've mentioned a few times, but yeah, without saying any more, let's go ahead and get right into some of your work that you sent me. So this first one here is from Naomi. I believe she did this one for Found. I absolutely love the depth that you created with the ink there. Perfect. Here's another one, little Nugget doing a painting with a little thank you to me. Thank you so much, Naomi. I love it. Here's one from Mara. She did Nugget with Tidbit creeping behind the back. You got to zoom in on it, but it's hilarious. Here's one from Andrea, Pumpkin, because today is Halloween for those of you that celebrate that. Here's another one that she did, Unmask family with Mr. and Mrs. Nugget dressed up as what looks like butterflies or flowers. Here's another digital piece from Gihan that he did this month. Very nice work. Keep working with the digital stuff. Here's one of Elise's for Blind, I believe. And very good, excellent lighting, and I love the motion blur you added to the people. Here's one from Jeremy, a very lovely kind of purple and blue color palette there. I really like your color choice. Here's one from Anna. All of you must know her by now. I just love the expression, everything, the movement in that piece is just great. Here's one from Hilda. Actually, I think this might be the first one I shared of hers. Beautiful gold paint or ink, whichever it is. I need to figure out where that gold paint is. It's beautiful. Here's another one of a couple. Here's one from Christine. This is her only Inktober participation piece, I believe. And it's Nugget, kind of putting together everybody from across the world. Here's one from Sana. Now this I did in 3 parts because the way she did her Inktober piece is this giant collage. And so these are 2 different, it's the same drawing, but broken up into pieces so you can see the details. There's so much detail to it. So there's like the entire piece of paper. You really can't appreciate the amount of detail in it, but it's fantastic because it's so small. But yeah, brilliant idea doing the collage. Here's a vampire nugget from Angel. This one made me laugh when I saw it. Very adorable. I love nugget blue. I think blue nugget's where it's at. Here's one from Wendy. She's been playing catch up as she's been working on a commission the last few days. But here's a cute little mouse. Here's her boat. I love the idea of putting the boat in a light bulb. I don't know what it is about this, but the concept of it is just brilliant. I really, really like it. And then she did one for Juicy, and I love the face of the orange being squeezed. It looks very painful, but so good. Here's one she did for Blind. I really like the concept behind this. I almost want to steal this idea and redraw it. It's such a fun idea with the blindfold and the little hearts. Here's one from Clarice, thanking Nugget for Inktober. Cute little nugget. He's a little fat here. He must have got into those cupcakes again. Here's one from David. I think this is Jiminy Cricket. Not too familiar with this character, but I think I'm trying to remember from my childhood. Here's one from Diane for Mask. Really beautiful eyes and detailed mask. I like that one. Thank you, Diane. And then, of course, another one from Diane. Two favorite unmasked artists. Little Nugget with his non-alcoholic celebratory champagne. Thank you so much. Here's one from Helen. She did a collection of mushrooms, and this was for United. I really like this piece, and she did mention that you guys can color it if you want. Here's one from Abigail. Now, this is actually an iron-on that she made out of like jewels or gems or something, so you can iron it onto your shirt. Here's one from Christine B. She traditionally drew it and then colored it digitally, but very good. Thank you. I don't have too many pictures of me drawn by people, so I appreciate that one. Here's one from Stephanie, kind of comic book superhero, Superman. Here's Poison, I believe, from Mandy. She did, I forget the name of the flower, but yeah, that was her Poison piece. This is her Deep piece, an angular fish. I thought this was very creepy and well done. Oh goodness, we got a lot of them, people. We got a lot. Here's another one from Mandy, collection of all her adorable drawings with Nugget rocking out in the middle. Love it. Thank you, Mandy. And that's it. Oh goodness, I thought that went by a lot faster than what I imagined. So many great pieces. You guys are awesome. Seriously, fantastic work, everyone. Hello, Hilda, Asana, Eric, Diane, Anna, Christine, Naomi, Wendy, Stephanie, Chrissy, Brenda, Gihan, Christine, Kathy is Silvern, goodness, Elise, everyone is in the chats right now. Yes, so, oh gosh, my cheeks are starting to hurt. I'm smiling so much. You guys are just too kind. Seriously, just the greatest people on the internet for sure. So I thought I'd start by just kind of quickly flipping through my pieces before revealing what the sketch for today looks like. So going to day one, where it was Swift, did this horse. Day two was Divided. I like the fraction of the dominoes pieces. Not my best. Here was the Poison one, and this is where we first introduced Nugget. This is where Nugget comes from, if you were ever wondering that. He made his debut in this piece here, and he's been there ever since. Here's Underwater, or Underwater, I believe this one. A little nugget there hanging out. Here's Long, a little nugget on top of her head. This one was Sword, and a little nugget on her sweater. And then, of course, the origin of the Nugget stories, where I did my first mini manga page. And another manga page. It still makes me laugh every time I see it. I was looking through these earlier today and laughing at all the Nugget stuff. Screech with the Nugget shirt. Another Nugget with a giant cherry. And another Nugget story, or mini story, with him thinking he's quick when he's not. And this one was Shattered, the skull with little Nugget peeping behind the skull there. This one was Teaming. No Nugget in this one. Not all of them have Nugget, but yeah, most of them. And then the Tiger. I really wish the colored ink would have shown up better, but not too bad for this diaper paper with little Nugget down here. This one is probably my least favorite of all the Inktober pieces, but Fat Nugget right here. Again, the diaper paper kind of ruined the color, but better paper for next year for sure, I promise that. Here's for, what was it, Graceful. I really like this one. This is one of my favorites. Here's another Nugget story with the janitor constantly having to clean up Nugget's mess that he leaves behind of his slime. Let's see here. Oh, this one was Cloud, kind of turning into a cloud of smoke. This one was Deep, and that was a kind of a Alice in Wonderland approach to falling down the rabbit hole. My Leviathan for Fierce. I believe this one was for Fierce or Furious, one of those two. Pretty much the same prompt. This one was for Trail. Superhero Nugget, leaving his trail of justice across the world, saving people. Here's a lot of people's favorite. This one was for Juicy. I still really like the way that one came out too. And then for Blind also, another favorite. This one for Ship, the flying ship that I did. You know, I did forget to add Nugget to this one. I wanted to. I was going to add Nugget on the bow of the boat, but I totally forgot by the time I finished it. And then here's Nugget and Bucky from Emperor's New Groove. King Nugget climbing the Empire State Building. Of course, the Realism Challenge with the leaf using markers. And then, of course, the United by Music one that I did a couple days ago. And then, of course, yesterday's Pirate with an eyelash on it. And then today's drawing, if you can see it, here's the sketch. Here's the sketch for today. And of course, today's prompt is mask, and I will be drawing an anime version of myself with a giant Micron pen. I thought that was fitting for what I feel like I've been carrying all month as a giant pen, trying to make it through Inktober. And so for the final drawing, I'll be doing kind of an inked self-portrait, you could say, at the very least. Of course, I'm excited, smiling because it's finally over. We made it all the way through. I still can't believe how much I've drawn this past month. It's just been crazy, so crazy. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Very impressive that you've made it 31 live streams in a row. I know, right? Just crazy. I wanna go back and count up all the hours I've live streamed. Just the live stream alone, you know, has been overwhelming. But a lot of you, you know, you miss the planning part of this. I worked on this one, kind of figuring it out for maybe about 2 hours today. Not too long. But some of the ones I spent like 6 hours on, especially the mini manga pages. Some of those I really put in the time. Let's see. Yes, beautiful work, everyone. Thank you, Julie. Hello, Anastasia. Can't believe you did a live stream every day for Inktober. Yes, I'm still a little unclear as how I managed to do that. Hello, Kathy. Did I use a colorless blender in the blind piece or just blend with the inks? I just blended with the inks. Let's see, what else did I miss here? These are so amazing. You made such a great job of all these. Thank you so much, Hannah. Love them all. Thank you, Brenda. Really like the United piece. Yes, I do too. It was one of my favorites. Thank you, Elise. I'm glad you also like the music one. Self-portrait, like the self-portrait idea. Okay, cool. Well, you guys kind of motivated me to go this direction with it, so. Juicy and Blind are your favorite, Chrissy. Yes, I also got your email, Chrissy. Thank you so much. I was going to respond via email, but I figured I'd see you a little bit at least in the beginning of this stream, so I want to just say thank you for all your support and your sweet email. It was so nice to read. I've gotten so many messages today. I honestly don't have the words to express my gratitude to you guys. Really, it's just you're so kind, and I cannot thank you guys enough. So let's go ahead and jump right into drawing a bit, shall we? So I'm gonna just get right in here with the ink and start working on this kind of portrait, this self-portrait piece a little bit. Yes, so I don't have, there's a holiday tomorrow in Poland, All Saints Day. Those of you in Europe probably are already familiar with the holiday, but a lot of you in other countries, basically it's just a day that everybody goes to the cemetery and cleans the graves of their loved ones and shows their respect. Takes flowers and candles, and the entire city basically shuts down for the holiday. And so I will not have Polish class tomorrow. So I truly get a day off from everything. No Polish class, no Inktober prompt, no nothing. It's just tomorrow's going to be a nice, calm, slow day for me, and I look forward to that for sure. But other than that, yeah, not a whole lot going on. I feel much better. For those of you that were wondering whether or not I was going to even be able to physically stream today, since I was a little sick in yesterday's stream. But you guys really picked up my spirits yesterday and made me feel so much better by the end of the stream that yeah, I went off to Polish class. I came home and felt perfectly fine. So a lot like Inktober, I kicked that cold in the butt. So all is good. All is good. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. This is not going to be my last stream for those of you that are wondering what's going to happen after Inktober. I'm still going to be streaming, just not every gosh darn day, which is going to be really nice to get back to, kind of having a break in between my streams. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, I will be doing 2 more streams this week. Thursday and Friday, that's what I decided. So I'll be streaming over on Patreon both Thursday and Friday. I won't be finishing up that portrait though. That's one thing. I was going to do 3 days, but as soon as I found out that I had Wednesday off, I was like, I'm taking Wednesday. You guys are just going to have to give me Wednesday. So I apologize for that. But there'll be one more stream of the portrait that I'm doing over on Patreon, so hopefully you guys can live with that. I think if I can live with it, you can live with it. So Tomorrow is holiday here as well, Catholic holiday. Yes, yes, All Saints Day. Enjoy and relax, you deserve it. I'd imagine a cold weather and snuggle in a warm blanket. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Lady Shadow. Appreciate that. I'm glad you like that prompt, that idea that I did. I'm doing pink roses with watercolor pencils today. Oh, that sounds like fun. I live in UK all my life, and I never knew that about All Saints Day. Oh, interesting. Well, it could just be a Polish thing. It could be a Polish thing, but everybody. It's kind of amazing because in the United States, cemeteries and graveyards and things like that are closer to be associated with zombies and horror movies, and they're always deserted and kind of grungy. I never see really clean or well decorated graves in the United States, and when I first came to Poland, I came right around this time. And I remember going to the cemetery with my now wife, but then girlfriend, to clean off the graves of her family members. And there was just every single grave was cleaned and had flowers and candles burning. And I was like, holy crap, these people really respect their family even once they're gone. And it really stood out to me as something unique. And just something I was not used to from the States. So it was just something that kind of stuck with me and always remembered. But there's always candle. There's always people. There's always people in the cemetery visiting their loved ones. I suppose it's an inappropriate conversation to be having on Halloween, so I don't feel too weird talking about graveyards and stuff. Let's see. Gonna miss me every day. Well, I'm gonna miss you guys every day. Yeah, it's. But I'm gonna have to do another month stream challenge type thing, and I really am looking to do that masterpiece March idea that I was thinking about, and I hope that I can get the internet to participate in that, maybe make that idea go viral a bit. That'd be kind of cool. It depends on the religion of the country. Italy, Ireland, Poland, and they're all European Catholic countries are aware of it. Yeah. That's what I was thinking as well. I know Poland and a lot of the European countries over here are, considered to be Catholic countries. I guess America is just a bit more secular when it comes to the graves, even though they're majority Christian, which isn't too far from Catholicism. If you do that, will there be a prompt? No. That's the beauty of that challenge that I'm thinking of. There won't be a prompt. It will just be all about creating a personal piece and putting all the time and effort into making it something that you are so incredibly proud of that it justifies calling it a masterpiece. I think as I think as we get closer to that time of next year, because it won't be happening for a while, I'll come up with like a video description of the challenge, and I'll try to make all the rules, I guess, as clear as possible, and but also very ambiguous, because I don't want to lock anybody down into a specific medium or style or anything like that. It's just going to be all about creating your own masterpiece, spending a whole month on a singular piece of work. That's what it's all going to be about. I've got plenty of time to think up the idea of the challenge, but I guess I don't even know what medium I'll do it in. Considering I'm thinking about using the month of March, I have a long time to kind of think about what I want to do for it. I think this is the first time that I've drawn myself with my headband. I've kind of gotten so used to wearing a headband, having locks, because if you had my hair, you would understand immediately. But when I don't have my headband, all of these on the front on my hairline they just want to come over my face all the time. They're always like hanging in front of my eyes. It just drives me crazy. But I don't think I've ever drawn myself wearing my headband yet. So this is a first for me, and also the length of my locks. Since the last time I drew myself, they have significantly gotten longer. Let's see. March will be here before you know it. May seem like a long way away, but it really isn't. So yeah, I'm sure when March comes around, I'll be like, how did we get to March already? I feel like we just finished Inktober. Mark my words, I'll probably say that on the first stream of Masterpiece March. So, yeah, it's going to be another big challenge, and I really kind of am intimidated by the idea. So hopefully I can get a few people to participate in it, because even being the one to come up with the idea, I find it to be really, really intimidating. So I need to sketch out this Mircon pen. I got it pretty close. So there's the pen. The way that I got this pen to be in like the right position for me, I actually took photographs. So I tried to figure out what angle I needed the pen, and then I took a reference photo, and then brought it into Photoshop and made sure that the kind of the way it was laying was the correct way. And then I also took pictures of my hands to try to get what it would look like holding on to such an object. So a lot of actually planning went into trying to make sure that I got this kind of anatomically correct. And now I need to try to get these straight lines here, because I kind of free-handed the pen, and so I don't think my line is exactly straight. Need to make sure I get that. But I really liked how this idea developed. It was kind of, a little bit random feeling when I was sketching it out. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do for today. As far as, I was pretty sure I was going to draw myself in this particular style. But even having that clear idea, I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with the pose. It always feels a little intimidating to draw yourself. At least it does for me. I've only ever done a serious self-portrait one time in my entire life, and it was a very interesting experience. And then I've drawn myself as like an anime character hundreds of times, but for today, wanting to do it, this is going to be a little bit different style than I've done. I've always done kind of the more of a chibi look, which lets me characterize myself a little bit differently. And so I was trying to get my likeness across best I could, and really my eyebrows and my nose, I think, is the features, aside from my hair. Obviously that's a very prominent feature of mine, but I was trying to get the eyes and the nose just right, so that even though I was drawing it kind of an anime style, it still had my likeness, and I think I managed it okay. It's hard sometimes for me to look at it and recognize myself, because it feels so awkward to draw myself. When you talk about how you came up with the name Unmask Art, I always thought it meant you take the mystery out of it and made it obtainable. I think that's something that I like about the name that happened just by chance. Because when I started my channel, I had no idea the direction that I was going to take it. So I never imagined, for one, I'd be live streaming as often as I do. But I also never thought about doing tutorials or anything, or teaching. When I started my YouTube channel, it was just about drawing and making time lapses. That's all there was to it. Also, a little bit about music. I don't know if you guys ever listen to me play guitar on my channel, but there's like three. I think there's like 3 videos where I play guitar. Of course, I sold all my music equipment before moving to Poland, which I miss a lot, actually. Yeah, there's a few videos of me playing guitar, and so my channel was about art and music a little bit in the beginning, and then it just transformed over time into what you guys experience today, because life changed, so my channel naturally evolved into what it is. And a lot of that just has to do with kind of supply and demand, I guess, because a lot of people enjoyed some of my first tutorials, and I got into doing tutorials as a way to help grow my channel, and they just worked. People liked the way that I taught things, and I tried to come up with the best tutorials that I could. And then of course I started my Patreon page once I felt comfortable doing that. And really, I can only thank you guys for making my channel what it is, because it was through, kind of your encouragement and your input that allowed me to kind of evolve my channel into the kind of learning teaching channel that it is today. So yeah, the Unmasked name, when I came up with it, it was purely a personal thing. It was not about kind of teaching or revealing secrets about how to draw or paint better or anything like that. So I'm glad that it actually it can kind of it can mean that by people that don't know what the real meaning of it is, and I think that just works out nicely. Hands always take me a little bit extra concentration to get the curves right. Let's see. What else did I miss? Oh, thank you, Grammy School. I'm glad you like the drawing for today. You're still making your way through all my videos. Well, I got a lot of them, that is for sure. What are your reasons for choosing a screen name and not use your name as an artist? Well, the reason I didn't choose my name. You know what? I've never really liked my name. I've never really been. Some people like their name. They genuinely just like their name. I guess I've never really been a fan of it. I don't know why. Just, I don't know. Sometimes when I was a kid, I always wished my name was something different. When I was like 5 or 6, I used to want to be a Tommy. And that was influenced by the Power Rangers, because the Green Ranger, his name was Tommy on the TV show, and I always wanted to be Tommy, and it was just, I don't know, it was just a weird thing, and I don't know, it just stuck with me, I guess, that I never really felt like I was being called by the name that I felt like I wanted to be called. So being an artist allowed me to just think up what it was that I would want to be known as. And I mean, a lot of you call me by my real name, which is totally cool. I love that. I love that you know my real name and that you call me by it, because it makes our friendship just that much more real to me. Yeah, I think that's probably, I think that might be the reason. When I was in high school, I had this friend, Nick, and he was just an amazing artist at a super young age. He was my age at the time, and he just drew so good. And yeah, I wonder what happened to him. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but he used to always go by, he only changed his last name, but he would go by Paradox, Nick Paradox, and I don't know, that was just something that I always remembered, that he changed his name as an artist. And a lot of people change their name into a screen name when they're actors and actresses and whatnot, and I don't know. Yeah, it's tough to say why I specifically was drawn to not going by my actual name. But yeah, I just chose something that I felt like fit me a little bit, I guess. So that's the best explanation I got for that. That's about all I can give you. Not not a real good reason, I guess. Oh, hello, Angel. Do you have a regular Patreon live stream schedule, or do you send in notifications for them? No, I have a regular Patreon schedule, although for this coming month, I will be re-evaluating that schedule because during this month, I had been putting up polls over on Patreon to see, what day and what time will be the best for everyone, or at least a majority of the people on Patreon. So my live streams on Patreon will now be Fridays and Mondays, every other week. So I will have a stream on Friday, and then I will have a stream on the following Monday. And then I won't have a stream until the next Friday. So I'll skip that Friday after the Monday. I know it sounds complicated, but and then I'll be streaming at 1500 every single time, with some minor exceptions. If something were to change, I would make it known. I'd post it. But I think for the most part, I can reasonably stick to that schedule there. I'm gonna try the Friday Monday thing for the month of November, and if it seems a little too confusing for people, then I might just keep it Fridays. I think or I might just switch it to Mondays. I don't know. I'm still kind of working out what schedule will be the best for Patreon, because I want to make that kind of a priority. But it is very scheduled at this point. I've always done the drawing journal on Mondays, and I always really looked forward to Mondays. So I hate to kind of take Mondays, or take the drawing journal away from Mondays, but I want to be a little bit more regular with my streams, since I know that a majority of people are able to make it to my streams when I stream at 1500 my time, because that's 9 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I get that it's 6 in the morning on the West Coast, but it's just hard to find that perfect time. If I stream any later than 15, then it makes it a little bit harder for those in Japan and Australia. And if I stream any earlier than 15, then it makes it just that much harder for people in the United States. So there's no magic time that I can choose to accommodate everybody. So I just try to do my best. Oh, let's see. I couldn't let the last day go without questions. True. Yeah. Well, I always appreciate your questions, Wendy. So, and also I want to say that I am going to be coloring today. I got my markers here, and I had originally already planned how I was going to color this. There's not a whole lot, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not going to have you change the color of my hair or anything, but I'll let you guys decide what color of shirt I should make my shirt. I won't tell you what color I had originally planned until you guys come up with which color I should use. But obviously I'm not going to go with like blue skin or something like that, but I'll color everything and leave my shirt and my pants blank, and then you guys can decide what colors I should do for my shirt and for my pants. Thought that would be kind of fun to let you guys dictate a little bit of this piece. But you're gonna have to fight among yourselves. I'm gonna I'll just try to pay attention to the chat when I get to that point. No reason to start typing out colors just yet. But once I get to, I'll color everything except that. And then once I get to that point, I'll let you guys just go ahead and start trying to figure out what colors you'd prefer. You're going to notice that I made some changes to my tattoo here on my right arm. Instead of salvation, it's going to say nugget. Kind of wish it said nugget in the first place. Of course, I don't know why I'd get a nugget tattoo when I'm 16. Because that's when I got my first tattoo, was when I was 16. Way too young, by the way. Way too young. Can't believe my dad let me get a tattoo when I was 16, although he didn't really like it. He couldn't really say no to me at that time in my life. Nobody could really tell me no when I was 16. Just did what I wanted. Alright, let's see here. I have my stamp here on my shirt, and I'm going to ink it black. I'm going to try to make it look stampish, if I can, just by having uneven, kind of broken up line. Sorry, I'm not paying attention too much to the chat at the moment. I'm trying to get this initial inking done, but I will look up in a second and try to follow up on any questions I might have missed. Almost done. All right. Oh, forgot this line here. Oh, I gotta do the cap. Let's see, what else did I miss here? What markers would I recommend for a teenager instead of starting out budget-friendly, ideally? Yeah, budget-friendly, you might try to look at eBay and see if you can get maybe some Prismacolors or some Winsor & Newton markers. There is so many different brands of markers, but whatever you do, stay away from anything from China. Because you will get trash 100% of the time. There's this one marker, I can't speak to the quality, but 5 is something 5. There's a 5 in it or something like that in the name. But some people say that those markers are good, but I would recommend maybe trying to find a collection of Prismacolor markers on eBay or Winsor & Newton markers. You could always try to find Tria markers on eBay as well. Those are going to be your best bet, and they're going to be cheaper than anything else you could find. Yeah, budget friendly. the term budget friendly and markers doesn't really go together. It's like yeah, you almost can never use the term budget friendly and marker and get something that's worth the budget that you're trying to stick to, because for alcohol based markers, the key to them being worth anything is that they blend the way alcohol markers are supposed to blend. But if you go with something from China, they're not going to do that. I made that mistake. Touch 5. That's the name of the markers. I was thinking Touch 5. A few people have said that those are decent budget markers, but I cannot say for sure. I don't know if they blend. I think they're Chinese, but I'm not 100% certain on that. Alright, let's do this cap really quick, and then I can erase my graphite. I think that's it for the initial inking. Did I miss anything else? Any other questions of your guys's? I'm sorry if I missed your question, just ask it again. Had to watch the drawing of you all did of Nugget. Amazing. Oh, hello Doodle Stuff. Welcome. Pro Markers, very nice. Yes, Pro Markers. That's another brand. Spectrum Noir. Yeah. There's a lot of recommendations, but yeah, budget is hard to do with markers. Bottom line, but a few of those brands I think might be worth at least looking into. Just yeah, do your homework a little bit. Check out some reviews. Reviews. I don't know why that word is so hard for me to say right now. But also check out the quality of work that people are getting out of it, and because sometimes what drives me nuts is that people make review. Gosh, why can I not speak? Reveal. Wow, I cannot say the word. Okay, you know what word I'm trying to say. Why can I not say this word? Oh my gosh. Review. A review. Why am I struggling so bad to speak English? What drives me nuts is that people make reviews of these like the off-brand markers and stuff, and they talk them up so much. Specifically, what is the name of the marker? Oh my gosh, fine color. Whatever you do, don't go with fine color. I've come across so many reviews of this fine color marker, and people just say the most amazing things about them, and they're freaking lying. They are so lying. Oh my gosh, it just irritates me to death because there is nothing good about the markers, with the exception that they're insanely cheap. But people say that because they're insanely cheap, that they're worth what you get from them, but they're not. So be wary of even reviews. Oh, there we go. I can say it. Reviews. Because people if they can't make good work out of them, then take their review with a grain of salt. All right, I think that's good for the ink. For the initial inking, go through, erase my graphite, and then do the secondary inking. Let's see, did I make sure I got everything? Yeah, I think so. Black pants, orange shirt. would you get them just to do a review? Would I get which markers? I would take any marker for free and do a review on them. But I you know I pride myself on making sure that I'm always honest. I don't lie to people. I don't remember the last time I lied. And so when I do a review, I'm honest. The last review that I did was for Aliona Nicholson's book, and I was completely honest in the review. It's a great book, and I was honest to that. And if and I got the book for free, so I had no reason to be dishonest, but I'm totally honest reviewer. If I were to get, I contacted Derwent, still waiting to hear back from them, about doing a review on their new colored pencils, their Pro Color pencils. I was in contact with one of the marketing guys. He said he wanted to check out my channel before offering me any products. But so even if they send me stuff for free, it's not like I'm going to try to make it sound better than it is. I only believe in quality products, so if I think it's a piece of crap, I'm going to say, this is a piece of crap, don't waste your money on it. Okay, let's do some thicker lines for the outline. Let's just start there, shall we? Yeah, I think I'm going to go even wider with my pen. So I'm going to grab this one. Actually, let's go absolutely crazy. Let's just go super thick. Let's just see what it looks like. Yeah, let's just go really, really wide with the outline. I sometimes like this look, and sometimes I don't. It adds a much more cartoony feel to the drawing, so I kind of want to go with the really, really absurdly thick outline. It will just add a whole different feel to the drawing overall. Really make it bold. In a nutshell, you get what you pay for in any medium. Yeah, that's true. You really do. I think, there's one exception that I'm aware of as far as you get what you pay for, and that is the Carbothello pencils. Those pencils are so ridiculous. Those pastel pencils are so ridiculously cheap for the amazing quality that they are. I still don't even get how it's possible that they're so inexpensive. You can get the full set of 60 for like $1 a pencil or something, or somewhere close there, depending on where you live. But they're just so cheap. I just can't get over it. That's the only exception that I know as far as you get what you pay for, because the Carbothello pencils are amazing, and they're amazingly cheap. Prismacolors. Yeah, Prismacolors a little bit. It's hit or miss. Sometimes you get weird, defective pencils, but for the most part, they're a good quality for the price. Yeah, I think the extra bold outline. I think that makes the drawing really stand off the page more. And I'll still do some of the shading, inking, the kind of detailed inking. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the pen just to outline myself, and then I will do a thicker line on the pen, but I'm gonna do that with the number 5 here. Let's see. Awesome, well, check it out. My daughter wants to get into illustration. Carbothellos aren't cheap here in Australia. That is true. That is true. Yeah, they're ridiculously more expensive in Australia. Oh, thank you so much, Stephanie. Yeah, if you want to send me something, my birthday is really close to Christmas. It's only like a 10-day difference, so you know, yeah. If you would want to send me the Pro Color pencils, I would absolutely love that. That's so kind of you. Have I heard of people getting fake luminance pencils? Oh no, I have not. I've never heard of anybody getting fake supplies ever. That's interesting. Do you know somebody that has happened to? I've never heard of fake art supplies before. I mean, I always buy my art supplies from a reputable online store. Jackson's is a safe place to buy for sure, and that's where I'm actually stuck getting all of my supplies. I did check out the German Amazon, but I don't know, the setting. For some reason it's really hard to search things in English. I always have a lot of trouble finding stuff on the German Amazon. And even the UK Amazon is super terrible. I'm totally spoiled by the US, the Amazon.com in the US, because I bought everything from there, and I felt like they had everything I ever wanted from on their website. But I feel like Amazon UK has such a lower selection of things. And the other problem is that the things that I do want to buy on Amazon UK, the sellers don't ship to Poland. They only ship continental UK. So half of the stuff that I can even find on Amazon UK, I can't buy anyway because they don't ship to Poland. That was something that I totally forgot about until the other day. Anna and I were looking to get a waffle maker. Anna's been wanting a waffle maker for some time, but we can't find a good one on Amazon UK that ships to Poland. So we're kind of stuck there a little bit. Oh, hello, Wicked Illusions. Hello, Amy. And David. Hello, David, as well. I'm doing a lot of thickening of the pen up here to make it look like it's coming a bit closer. So I'm really exaggerating it as it starts to get a little bit closer to the viewer. There we go. I like that. And I can fill in my little stamp here on my shirt. I'm going to fill that in with black before coloring the shirt. And then once I'm done with that, I think I'll do the skin first. Get the skin colored, and then I'll do the hair. And you guys will get to fight over what color the shirt and the pants should be. I think I'll do the shirt first. Thank you for your company on Inktober. It's been a blast. Oh, thank you so much, Chrissy. Yes, it has really been a lot of fun for me too. I appreciate all of you guys that have been constantly, making an effort to come. I know some of you have missed some live streams because of the time, or you have lives unlike I do, and it's just been so awesome hanging out with you guys every day, chatting, and yeah, it's been great. I really look forward to another month-long challenge of streaming, so that all the new people that come to my channel, we can get to know them. They can join the family. Speaking of family, I do have the link to the Facebook group in the description. So if you're not a part of the Unmask family yet, click on that link and ask to join the Facebook group where it's all about inspiring one another, helping each other out, asking questions, and getting answers from a lot of really great artists, and just finding support for your work and everything that you're doing. That's what the group is all about, and yeah, I hope to see you over there. For this month I haven't really gotten into the group and chatted a whole lot, but I always try to make an effort to comment, give you guys some feedback on the work that you're posting and the questions that you have. I've done my best this month, but really couldn't do a whole bunch having to do Inktober. But now that Inktober is coming to a final close, I'll have more time to participate in the discussions and answer specific art questions, and give you feedback on your work, whatever it is that you're working on and whatever it is you want to do. All right, just about done with the inking here, and then we will start coloring. Let's see, what house everyone drawn today? Have to go half day of school for Halloween. Have a great rest of the day. Oh, okay, Christine, you take care. Oh, hello, Tycho. I think we're gonna do a gray or blue shirt. Maybe purple would be my choice. All right. Well, we're almost there. We're almost to coloring the shirt. I like purple. Purple's one of my favorite colors. Fioletowe is purple in Polish. I learned the colors in Polish, so that's why I'm saying that. Practicing my vocab. All right, let's see here. Almost done. A few more details. Let's see. Anything missing? I think that's... I know what I missed. This is supposed to come down here. This is kind of a loose lock that's jumping away a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's what I wanted. Maybe a little bit tiny indication of a shadow right here. And over here as well. Smooth that out a little bit. Perfect. Yeah, I like that. What do you guys think of the line art? So here's the full line art. I saw the Luminance on vacation in Switzerland for 180 euro for the set of 76. 180? I'm trying to think. That sounds a little cheaper than what I paid for mine. I think I paid close to 280 or 260. Pink, red, green. Well, I'm gonna color my skin first. Let's see. Trying to think what color 489. I like 489 with a bit of gray. Let's see. 489. Yeah. I think I'm gonna maybe start with gray. No, I'll do pink first. All right, let's just do this. Oh, don't wanna mess up the paper underneath. There we go. And I'll start with my face. Line art is looking sweet. Thank you, Helen. Yes, adding the kind of the subtly different line weights is what really... Is this the right color? Yeah, this is it. It really does change the feel of an inking. This is the right color, right? I tested a bunch of colors before the stream, and for some reason this one just is looking more pink than what I felt like it looked before the stream. But no, it's the right color. It's the right color. It's just it looks so much darker and pinker when it's still wet, hasn't dried yet. I'm gonna try to keep it nice and even and smooth. So I don't have a bunch of, lines and marker lines. Sometimes that just drives me crazy. You get that a lot on this cheaper paper as well, so I don't know how well it's gonna actually work out. I'm going to go over it with gray to take out a bit of the pink also. I felt like I actually got the inking of this drawing done so quickly. I was worried about I was worried that today's live stream would be too short. It's a celebratory day to be finally on the final drawing for Inktober. I still can't believe it. I didn't even have a month of October. Like, October did not exist for me. All I had was day 1, day 2, all the way up to day 31. This month just totally went by so fast, so unbelievably fast. I don't even know how I managed it. Turquoise shirt and purple pants. That's extreme. Red shirt and blue pants. You guys are already trying to decide what colors I should use. I feel like it's been a long time since I've used markers like this to color an inked drawing. I don't know, it feels like it's been a long time. I mean, obviously I've used the markers, but it just feels like a really long time since I've done coloring like this. Sorry, I'm just trying to concentrate a bit. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask me. After a whole month of what feels like me telling you my entire life story, I feel a little drained, both creatively in the story department and in the drawing department. So if you guys have any topics you want me to try to discuss, now's the time to bring them up. Yeah, I'm also pretty far behind on household stuff. I've been neglecting my chores a bit too much. I usually sweep and mop the floor every Thursday, along with cleaning the bathtub and the sink, and of course I do the dishes multiple times a day, but for this month it's been hard to do that multiple times a day. Sometimes I let them pile up until the evening. I try to do them in the afternoon, in the middle of, planning my Inktober piece, and before the live stream actually takes place. But sometimes it's after the stream. I always try to have them done before my wife gets home. I hate the idea of her having to come home to a messy kitchen. It just makes me feel bad because she's such a perfect wife that I gotta step up my game as a husband, make sure that the dishes are done and the trash is taken out, all that home husband stuff. It's the least I can do. I get to stay home all day and do what I love. She has to go to work and, well, do what she does. Alright, let's add some gray to tone down this pink. I don't think my skin is that pink. I'm using just a warm gray 1, so it's the lightest warm gray tone that I have in my markers, and it's just going to pull out some of the saturation, the pink color of the previous color that I laid down. So if you're new to markers require a lot of layering to make them look good, and they all interact a little bit differently with each other when you layer them. For instance, if you layer a really light color over a dark color, you actually get a really spotty, kind of uneven finish. One of the things I still have trouble with markers is finding an ink that truly does not run, because even with the Mircon pens, I have to be very careful going over the inked parts, because the ink still will run a little bit. So I try to avoid my inked lines the best that I can, because the markers are very unfriendly. There we go. Oh, hello, Sebastian. Let's see, what is the best way to do hands? Best way to draw hands? Hope you do a tutorial on close, wrinkles, folds. The best way to draw hands, David, I have a tutorial. Somebody actually asked me about it yesterday. I have a tutorial that I did about 6 months ago. Just go to my list of videos on my channel, my video page on my channel. Hit the search bar there and type in hands, and I think it might be the first result. You'll see it's a drawing journal, how to draw hands, or basics, or something along those lines. But yeah, somebody asked me about hands yesterday, and I was trying to remember if I did a tutorial on hands, and I did. And I show you my method to drawing hands. So for me it's the basics, without needing to know any anatomy or anything like that. So I recommend that video for hands. And then what was that other question? Hope I do a tutorial on close wrinkles. Actually, Andrea, I have a tutorial where I talk about wrinkles and drawing clothes, and I even have a reference, a kind of a reference chart. It's kind of hard to do it with clothes because there's certain types of wrinkles depending on the material and the thickness of the material. For instance, when you look at like a button-up dress shirt, you get really sharp wrinkles, and it's partly because the material and the thinness of it. The material is usually very thin, and oftentimes the shirt is ironed, or it should be. Yeah, it's part 3 of an how to draw anime series that I did last year. So if you again go to my video page on my channel and type in how to draw anime, it is part 3 of that. I talk about how to dress your characters, how to draw clothes, and I have a reference chart on DeviantArt. Let's see, 481. I'm thinking 481. Let's see. I'm gonna check out this color real quick. I gotta let that color dry for a second and see how I like that as far as the skin color. Oh, you're welcome, David. Yes, you're welcome. Any thoughts on local art organizations in my area? The ladies and wealthy husbands making huge donations often win in art competitions. I have zero experience whatsoever with any form of local art organizations. I've never personally participated in anything like that before. I imagine that, depending on where you live, you could probably find a pretty nice art community. I know in my hometown, when I went back last year, now a little over a year, and visited my family and stuff, I was actually somewhat introduced to the local art scene, I guess. And one of the girls that was fairly well known is someone that I went to high school with, and they were putting on an art show of just local people doing art. And a couple people that I went to school with had some pieces hanging up, and it seemed fairly, what's the word I'm looking for? Genuine, I guess. It seemed friendly and nice, and it seemed like something that I would totally be into if I was still living in that area. And yeah, so I suppose it could be a good thing and a bad thing, but as far as winning competitions, I've never done an art competition, with the exception of the Draw with Jazza. I did one of his competitions, and then immediately I told myself I'd never do it again. But I don't know if I'd ever. Maybe I would do an art competition. I don't know. I have a hard time imagining that I'll participate in another art competition. But if what you're saying is that people that are making donations are the ones that are winning, then it doesn't seem like participating in those kind of competitions is what you would want to do. Okay, I need to change the color, so I think I'm going to go with 466. I'm going to just risk this, I guess. I think it will work. I'm going to just go for it. Your local art organizations consist mostly of wealthy retirees. Well, if you can get your name known, then perhaps there's a way to make a little extra money there. Hello, Linda. Welcome to the live stream. And Noeticus. Let's see. I think everyone who works with color pencils needs this stuff. Didn't get titanium white. Didn't want to paint. Most painted on highlights I've looked unrealistic. Yeah, you're referring to the brush and pencil touch-up texture. Yeah, that stuff is fantastic. I've definitely agree with that sentiment towards that product for sure. Alright, hopefully I didn't choose the wrong color here. See how this color here works out for the shadow. The way that I've had a few people ask me, and my wife has been asking me a lot over the years, how to shade things. And oh gosh, I wish that I could really explain it, but I still haven't found a comfortable way that explains my thought process in shading. Because you're gonna look at this shading that I'm gonna do on myself, and it's not something that I can really explain how I came up with. But what I did to do what I'm doing, because I already colored this digitally. I drew it digitally, just like all of my other Inktober pieces, and I did the shading layout. I did all of that digitally as well, and basically I just made a two-toned grayscale shading of this drawing in Photoshop, and played around with my shadow placement to figure out how I was going to shade it, and established my light source purely randomly. I decided to have my light source off to the left here and slightly up, so it's shining down like this, and I just worked with the anatomy of my face and kind of played around with how the shadow here is working, and that's about it. That's the best explanation that I can really give you as far as how I did the shading, or planned the shading. But I know that's not going to be very helpful to many people as far as how I did it. But when I think about shading, I always just figure out where I want my light source, and I usually do that. I usually place my light source in a way that gives me the opportunity to do something a bit more dramatic with the light. So for instance, this is going to be, shaded on the right side. It's just going to be a duotone shade style, I guess, meaning that there's only going to be two colors to every element. That makes it really, really easy for coloring. So if you're working on shading, if you want to work on shading, I think my best tip would be to start off with just two colors, so two shades. If you're just working with gray, then just work with a single or two gray tones, maybe a light gray and then like a medium dark gray, and play around with those two tones to shade your objects. Don't do anything complex. Try not to blend or anything like that. Keep it really simple, and that's what I decided to do here with this drawing. Just keep it nice and simple. Do I have tutorials on how to digitally color and draw? No, actually, I do not. I don't do a lot of digital art in the first place. I mean, I use my drawing pad in Photoshop to sketch out things that I plan on coloring traditionally. So I don't usually do like full scale drawings in Photoshop, but I do only have one video where I truly colored the entire thing and drew the entire thing in Photoshop. That was a collaboration I did earlier this year with Safia Rosa, and it's a Coffee with Friends collaboration. I haven't done one of those in a long time, but I personally don't feel like I'm that good at coloring and drawing digitally that I'm not sure I feel comfortable yet making such a tutorial, because what I do in Photoshop is just stuff that I've learned over the years and accumulated different techniques. And I'm sure that the way that I color things is not going to be the easiest way to introduce somebody into coloring, because I use probably way more techniques than I should. I don't think I make it easy on myself. So I don't know if I'll get into the digital tutorial realm on my channel anytime soon, because I just don't feel like I'm that good at it to do that kind of tutorial. All right, let's do the hair now. I need what color here? Let's go with this first, I think. 479 for the base color. Yeah, hopefully I didn't let you down with that answer as far as coloring digitally. I think it's going to change. The tutorial is going to change based on what equipment you have. And since I use an Oogie 2150, which is essentially like a Wacom tablet or whatever, or monitor, drawing monitor, whatever it's called. I just don't know. I just don't know how to do it digitally, or do a tutorial digitally. Maybe I could do like a super basic one. I mean, perhaps. I'm trying to come up with a better answer than what I gave you. So, is there anybody else that is drawing at the moment, working on, maybe just a personal project or working on their final Inktober piece? I know a lot of you preemptively finished your prompt for today for the sake of having me show it during the live stream. But is there anybody else working on something? Oh goodness, I'm still tired. Still tired from yesterday. Feel like yawning. I have had a lot of fun working on this piece so far, though. It's been kind of relaxing. It's been relaxing to work on this. Nothing really difficult or challenging for this piece. There was a comment yesterday about drawing, you know, the difference or the choice to draw men versus women, and a few of you had mentioned that drawing guys, you feel as though it's more difficult to draw guys. But I'm so much of the opposite. The drawing this was not a huge challenge for me. I mean, for one, it's me, and two, I'm a guy, so it was fairly easy to do this. I just feel like it was, I don't know, less of a challenge than if I was a woman and I was trying to draw like the curves and things. But I just find guys to be so easy to draw. The sketch of this the sketch of this one went so much quicker than any of the females that I've drawn for Inktober. Even the sword one, the sword prompt where I drew the girl sitting on the well of ink. I mean, even that one was more difficult than this, and I don't think she had as much detail as I have in myself right now. Sebastian, you're drawing? You're just finishing yours, David? Working on a few Inktober pieces, actually. Okay, so a lot of you are actually working on your stuff. Abigail, you're working on dinner. I can't wait to work on dinner. I'm hungry. I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before the stream, and I have some water here, and I had my tea as well. Had to drink some tea. It was really, really cold today. Trying to think of what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight. I've been trying to convince Anna to make kluski, but she's been adamantly refusing to do that. It's been so cold the past couple days, and yesterday it snowed out of nowhere. I was like, what the heck? I was so shocked to see it. I was excited, but shocked as well. I'm glad you guys are working on pieces and hopefully enjoying the stream as well. So many of you seem to be working that the chat is a little bit slower today than I guess I expected. It was really, really busy in the beginning, saying hello to everybody. The excitement of Inktober finally coming to a close. But hopefully you guys are still sticking around and enjoying the stream. I'm having fun just drawing here as well, so keep working. And send me your drawings. I still want to see them. Send me your final Inktober pieces. I want to see them. Or you can just tag me. Tag me on Instagram or whatever when you share it. That way I get notified. Because I'll share this on Instagram, and I'll check the billion notifications that I'm sure I probably have. I haven't really done anything on Instagram. Every day I share the finished Inktober piece on Instagram, and then that's it. I just log off. I just close my iPad and don't touch it until the next day. Every time I open it though, Instagram has like 200 notifications. I'm just about to 1,000 followers on Instagram. Instagram has just, I don't know. I guess I don't like it too much. I guess I just don't see a huge purpose in it, which is probably why I don't have very many followers. I don't know how many times I get a comment from somebody that also does art, and they're like, how do I have more followers than you? It's people with like 10,000 followers, and I only have like 900 or something. All right, there's the first layer. Oh, goodness, I felt like that took way too long. All right, let's see, 168. Yeah, I'm gonna add some darker brown to my hair. Let's see, what else did I miss in the chat? A few of you just working on your Inktober pieces. So myself and anyone else with a channel, I've always debated over whether or not to create or start a channel for art. I'm curious how you feel about it. I mean, meaning, has it kept you accountable? In the end, I think that for me personally, my channel gave me inspiration to continue creating. I wouldn't say that it held me accountable for anything. I would say that if anything holds me accountable, it's my Patreon supporters. You know, there's days where I just want to like crawl in bed into the fetal position and not do anything, but you know, I have people relying on me to supply content and tutorials. So that getting paid part holds me accountable. But my channel has always been something that inspires me to keep going, because I have people that follow me and appreciate my work. And so I wouldn't say it's accountability that motivates me on my channel. It's just that I really enjoy doing it. I like getting the feedback from people. But it can also be a hard thing to keep up, because I don't know if anybody else feels like this that has a channel, a young channel on YouTube. But when you put in 10 hours for a drawing, and then 2 more hours editing a video, and then you upload it to YouTube, and your channel is young, and it takes you a month to get 20 subscribers, it can feel a little pointless. It can feel a little discouraging, like, what did I do wrong to not get anybody appreciating what I'm creating or something along those lines. And I personally still struggle a little bit with that, because every once in a while I put in this insane amount of effort to grow my channel, and then like nothing comes of it, or I feel like nothing comes of it. Basically, I falsely associate that nothing has come from what I created, but it's more delusion than truth at that point. But for in the beginning, in the beginning, it was always just about having fun, and I enjoyed it, and I still really, really enjoy it. And it's just been a really huge motivating factor as to why I continue to create. So if you're thinking about starting a channel, don't put too much thought into it. Just do it. Just do it. Have fun with it. See what you think of it. So just start it up. Just start it up and get it going. And just create the best content that you can, and don't let yourself get discouraged by numbers. That's one thing. Don't let yourself get discouraged by numbers, because I've been doing YouTube for 40 years, and I sometimes, to be honest with you, sometimes I get a little distracted by my lack of numbers, but it makes up for it in the amazing people that I've gotten to know over the years of doing YouTube. And I've had people following my channel literally from the day I started it. And there's really no better feeling for me personally than that. Alright, I think I'm going to add a little bit of dark gray to my hair here. Yeah, that way it's not so brown. I'm going to desaturate it and darken it a little bit. I'm drawing and filming, but I can't upload. I can't upload 31 before Friday. I am lucky, kind of pissed off that my pad just got some problems. I only have 29 followers on Instagram. I couldn't even get 20 views on my YouTube videos, much less 20 subs. Might try for the third time, but I'm gonna do it right this time. I've learned a lot since.
That's not true. You know how supposed to do
it. When I first started my channel, I don't really know how long it took me to get to the first 100 subscribers. I guess I could go back. I could go back and look, but goodness, it's been so long that I don't even really think about it anymore. I'm wondering how long it took me to get to 100 subscribers, or to like 100 views on one of my videos. I remember when YouTube used to stop video views counting when it got to 301. It's a really weird number, but it would take like a day or two for the views to accurately count up, and the video would stop at 301. And I remember when I think I even posted it on Facebook, so I think I could probably go back, find a post of me on Facebook where I was like, oh, I made it to the 301 club, and it's where one of the videos stops counting its views. Yeah, I remember somewhat celebrating that moment because I thought it was a big deal. Alright, I think that looks a lot better. Establish that lighting. Let's see. I'm gonna do the pen now, and I think I'm gonna use this same color, this 466 color. And here I'm all excited because I almost have 250 followers on Instagram. Is there anything in art that you would like to learn? I'm in the kitchen, but listening on my headphones. Anything in art that I'd like to learn? Let's see. I'm trying to think. trying to think. Watercolors? I'd like to learn watercolors. That's something that I'd like to learn. And I hope that I can get some watercolors soon enough, and start learning them. But anything other than that, I'm trying to think of anything that's not related to a specific medium. I'm trying to think of. I'd really like to learn more about color. I still, even though I do pretty well with color, I still struggle a lot. I still have, the things that I don't feel like I'm as good as I could be at. And color is one of those things. Like, I still struggle with color fear a lot. So I would like to learn to get past that in its entirety. I know what the problem is half the time, but I just, it's so hard to correct. It's so hard to find what it is I need to be doing to correct, my forever prevailing color fear. And so I think maybe learning a bit more about color would probably help. So I think that's what I'd like to learn a bit more about in art, so that I can create more vibrant images. Maybe expand my color chart, or my color palette a little bit as well. Because I tend to choose more of the natural earth tone colors, and I avoid the vibrant colors maybe a bit too much. And I'd like to just, grab some of the vibrant colors that I almost never touch in my set of colored pencils, and then make something out of it. It's a good question, though. I am always learning. That's what I love about art. I always said that the day that I master art is the day that I quit being an artist. Because being an artist is so appealing to me, because every day that I work on something, I'm always seeking to reach that level of perfection that I've always desired. But deep down, I secretly am glad that I've never even come close to mastering any of it, because the day that I master it is the day that I quit being an artist. Just because I don't want I don't want to master it. I want to continue learning it. If I were to ever stop learning, then that would be the day that I quit, because it's the enjoyment of making the mistakes and learning from them constantly that draws me to art so much. I've done a lot of things. I've had a lot of hobbies in the past, and none of them have been as exciting continuously as art has been. Not to say that I've mastered 1,000 other hobbies or anything, but the level of difficulty that I constantly and continuously face with art is just so appealing to me. Oh, hold on a second. Let me try to catch up with the chat. Not sure about numbers and views, but I can tell you this. Your art, your channel, the community that you've created gave me a boost of confidence and a safe place, so thank you. Well, you're welcome, Riss. I'm glad you're part of the family, and I appreciate that. that's always been what I've wanted to create with my channel. Is an art community. I've always wanted to bring people together for in art in general. So I'm glad that I'm glad to hear that. And I feel like I've brought some really, really wonderful people together throughout the years that I've been doing this. All right, there is my Sakura pen, my big giant Sakura pen. There we go. So all that's left is, well, my hairband. Actually, no, I'll let you guys, I always wear a black hairband. I will let you guys choose the color of my hairband as well. So now, let me shade my teeth a bit. There. So now it is your guys' turn to pick the colors. I'm going to put these colors away. You guys start hollering out in the chat where or what color I should do my shirt. Let's go ahead and start with my shirt first. You guys go ahead and frantically start typing in the colors for the shirt that you want. I'm going to put some of these extra markers away in the meantime. If you're busy in the kitchen making dinner and you can't type anything, well, I'm sorry. All right, let's see. Did I miss anything else? Hopefully I didn't miss anything else. What brand of markers do I use? I'm using the Letraset Tria markers, but that's pretty irrelevant because you cannot buy them anymore. They are discontinued. You can get a version of these markers. They're still called Tria markers. They're sold out of the UK originally. I don't know if you can actually still buy them. I haven't checked in a long time. Let's see. Force myself to play with complementary colors. It really helps overcome fear of color. Well, actually, I use complementary colors in just about everything. I'm always incorporating the combination of complementaries in my pieces, just to play around with, I guess. I'm always mixing them in there a little bit. Let's see. Made it for the end. Thank you for showing my nugget. Oh, you're welcome, Jennifer. I love your little nugget. I once had lessons from a man who has spent 3 years learning about color. I was amazed how much is to learn that takes so long. By the way, I've burned. I don't know what that means. Wow, that pen just jumps out at you. Oh goodness, you guys got a lot of colors here. Own and then incorporating the other people's. Okay, so I got green, purple, and orange stripes. Purple, light blue, purple, since it's your favorite color. Purple, purple, blue, yellow, purple, purple. That's a lot. Yeah, indeed, Riss, that is a lot of purple. Red, red, purple, red, purple. Okay, well, turquoise shirt, orange for Halloween. Purple seems to be the dominating color here. I kind of like the idea of maybe doing something a bit more than just purple. One of you said purple with yellow stripes. Where's that at? Yeah, Wendy. Oh, orange stripes. Purple and orange stripes. Huh. Purple and orange. Purple and orange. Huh. I like the purple idea. Let's, let me think here. It's purple and orange. Purple and orange. Huh. I don't know about purple and orange. I like purple. A lot of you said purple. I think I'm going to have to go with purple. Purple with an orange logo. Well, see, the only problem with that is that I already colored in the shirt, or they colored in the logo with black ink. I kind of wish that I hadn't now, because then I could have done, if I just outlined it, then I could have done it in a different color. Although it would have been really hard to do. Let's go with purple. All right, let's go with purple. The only question now is, do I go with a bright purple, grayish purple, a light purple, a dark purple? I'm trying to think. 265. That's kind of a bright purple. I like 264 as well. Let's see. Let's look at 264. So I'll just color a square here. In the midst of all of my circles, I'll color a square. Okay, it's going to take a little bit of time to dry, but this is 264. It's kind of a lighter purple. Kind of like that purple. I've got some got a brighter one. This 265 is so it's kind of between these two here, maybe. Yeah, because I don't have very many purples. I have a really, really dark purple, 266. So this is a really, really dark purple. This is my darkest purple that I have. So I could go dark. I could go with a dark purple. Light and dark purple stripes. You and stripes, Wendy. Next thing is going to be light purple with dark purple polka dots. I'm thinking. I kind of like the purple stripes. Let's go for it. I like it. Yeah, we're gonna go with purple. I'm gonna do a light purple, starting with the 264. I'm gonna do a darker purple. I want to find this purple. What is that purple? I have this purple and I don't know where it is on my color chart. It's not that. It looks like it's still 265. Where's that 265 at? See, that's 265 there. I'm trying to figure out where this purple's at. I don't see it anywhere on my color chart. Okay, so I can start with the 264 first. Let's go ahead. It's happening. It's happening. Purple shirt. Yep, 264. This is 264. Sorry, I'm doing the first color with 264, and then I'll do the stripes with the 265. We'll have some fun, some crazy colors, or some crazy design here. I did not even consider in my original idea about doing any stripes or any texture or design on the shirt other than my logo stamp. So I like the stripe idea. Vertical stripes or horizontal stripes. You know, vertical stripes are thinning, whereas horizontal stripes tend to make you look a bit wider. Fashion tips with Unmask Art. Oh yeah, I like this purple. This is a good purple. Good choice. Good choice. Purple and green, purple yellow logo. Purple and blue stripes. Good choice on the purple, everyone. That's a good choice. I think maybe I'll add my digital color palette to the live stream, or my digital coloring of this drawing. After I finish, I'll show you guys how I colored it digitally. Ooh, I just kind of thought of an idea. So I'm going to color around my stamp here real quick. And I'm wondering, what do you guys think about leaving that white? Leaving the inside of the stamp there white. I didn't consider that before. It's kind of a, you know, makes it stand off the shirt a little bit more. Let me know what you guys think of that idea. Of course, it's look a little bit different once I get the whole shirt colored in, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I don't want to rush this because I want the color to be as consistent as possible. And if I scribble and I press too hard into the paper, then that's where you get those, you know, those marker streaks when you press too hard into the paper and go too quickly. Of course, once I add the stripes to the shirt, you won't really notice any of the streaks from the marker anyway. Yes, yes, I like it. I think you're saying yes to leaving it white in the middle there. At least I hope so, because I kind of like it. This is the smile that I give my wife when I'm goofing off. She calls it my anime smile. She sometimes asks for it, and I said I can't do it. I can't do it on command. She always tells me I give her a capybara face, and sometimes when I'm being goofy, I give her my anime smile. But it's always authentic. I can never fake it for her. She always says, "Give me your anime smile," and I'm like, I can't do it. It won't be authentic if I force myself to do it. Why isn't Nugget on this picture? You seem angry. And no, Nugget will be in this picture. Just haven't added him. I think I'm not gonna draw Nugget. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I was gonna do something different than just drawing and inking Nugget. But I changed my tattoo to Nugget. And I was gonna have Nugget as a tattoo, but I didn't like the way that it looked because it changed the way my tattoo looked too much. And because I just have words here on my arm. So I don't know. Nugget is with us in spirit right now. Perhaps I'll just throw him into the background. Or put him on top of my head. He likes to sit on people's heads. That's his favorite spot. Gosh, I feel like it takes forever to color this in. I wanted to do today's drawing, big. I didn't want to draw myself real small or anything, because then it wouldn't have, the stream would be over by now. And I wanted today to be a longer stream. It is the last day of Inktober, so I wanted you guys to get as much Inktober-ness of the day as you could possibly desire. So I wanted to draw myself full page illustration. And I didn't do any background ideas really for this. You'll see when I share the digital version of this coloring what I kind of planned for it. Come on, marker. Color the paper. Alright. Once that marker dries, it will look a little bit more even, but for now, yeah, I like it white like that. Yeah, I think Nugget on the head does fit this style a little bit. One of the things that I appreciate the most about you is your unwavering authenticity. Oh, thank you, Mandy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I never, I don't like fake people. And I would never pretend to be someone or something that I'm not. So, yeah, I can attest to my authenticity. I'm 100% being myself all the time. Let's see. I need to think about the shadow here for the shirt, but I'm going to do the stripes. And I think I'm going to go with horizontal stripes. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with horizontal stripes. I just like horizontal a bit better. So I'm gonna take the 265. And the thing I'm wondering is, do I want really fine stripes or do I want a little bit thicker? I think I'm gonna go with just medium. I'll just go nicely in between. So here we go. Not going back. I haven't touched the paper yet. Okay, deep breath, and here's the first stripe. And the second stripe. I gotta be quick with the marker so it doesn't bleed and make the stripes thicker than they are meant to be. And I'm gonna do the sleeves first. I'll do the sleeves first, and I gotta be super consistent and quick with my marker. Yeah. Already feel like I messed it up. Okay, that's not bad. I think what I'll do is I'll start here in the middle. That way I can kind of balance it out for the rest of the shirt. And try to maintain the same kind of curvature. You guys just had to pick stripes, huh? Huh, Wendy? You just wanted stripes no matter what color I chose. You just wanted stripes. Okay, go a little bit wider there. Follow that curve. Just want to avoid making, you know, really boring straight stripes. So I'm trying to think of how the stripes would be changing based on the wrinkles of the shirt. There we go. I think that works. Let's see, what else did I see? The marker marks just look like authentic variations of material. Do you hold your breath when you draw sometimes? No, I do not. I do when it's something really fiddly. No, I don't hold my breath when I draw. I have years and years of practice and keeping my hand nice and steady, and I have a very accurate stroke with pens and pencils and markers, and so yeah, it's just muscle memory. So I feel really confident that when I'm scraping past here that I'm not going to run into my arm color and whatnot. But no, I can't hold my breath, or I don't hold my breath. You know, as you can tell, because I did this while talking. There we go. There's the purple, light purple with dark purple stripes. I like it. I like it. Good choice, you guys. Good choice. Now I need to shade it, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a medium gray. So let's go with 5 here. Let's see what this looks like. Is that going to be dark enough? I think that's going to be dark enough. Even if it's not dark enough, I think I can do a bit of correction. Stripes are more dramatic and just one color was boring. Besides, it keeps you on here longer. Yeah, a little bit longer. Stripes looking good. Awesome. Purple headband, or is that too matchy? You know, I don't know. Yeah, you guys are. Let me work on the shadows here. You guys discuss amongst yourselves whether or not we should be doing a purple headband as well. So go ahead and start start figuring that out. And I'm going to work on blocking in my shadows. And drop shadow for the pen. This whole side over here will be shaded, with the exception of the rim light. The headband could always match the pants as well, instead of matching the shirt. But then again, if I do black pants, then, you know, I'm just doing what my hairband color always is. Would love to see a drawing of that in a group. That would be so cool. Black headband. Black headband. Darkest purple you have or black. Green headband. And green shorts. Oh, you know, I didn't even consider the possibility that I'm wearing shorts. Way to think outside the box, Ronaldo. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Once it dries, it won't look so weird. Actually, I still need shadow here. Cast shadow from my locks and whatnot. And a little bit right here. There we go. Good to go. All right, shirt is complete. I'm wondering if that's dark enough. I might need to go a darker gray on the purple part of the shirt. I'm gonna go with a darker gray, so I'm gonna do another layer, and I might even go back over the stripes with that purple again to get them to show up a little bit better, because this is starting to kind of blur the stripes in the shadow region, so I might need to add another layer of the purple, the dark purple stripes in this part of the shirt. Yeah, I think this darker gray is the right shade I should have chosen. And the consensus seems to be black. I'm not doing a striped headband. It's so tiny it wouldn't make any sense. Goofball. I think the consensus is black, so I'll just do a black headband. We can't be too crazy here. I would wear this shirt, but I don't know if I would wear a striped headband. There we go. I think that brings out the stripes in the shadow a bit better. Even more so once it dries. Yeah, that's the way it needs to look, like that. All right, let's go ahead and do I won't do totally black, I'll do a gray. Dark gray headband. That evens it out. I think that's good. I will take black and do this side just a little bit. That way there's a little sensation of light going on. All right, so we're just on to the pants slash shorts. So tell me what you guys are thinking for the color here on the pants. So I just have to ask, you said that your light source is upper left, so why is the highlight on the pen and the shadow of the pen as if it's on the right? What? The highlight on the pen is here. This is the curved, the pinched light of the light being above. So if you think of the highlight here might be slightly misplaced for the light, but it's here. The drop shadow is coming down. You can think of the light source as being in front of me. So the light source, if I'm here, let's say if I'm here facing this direction, the light source is up above me, in front of me, and to the left of me. So it's over here. Yeah, so hopefully that made sense. I think it looks pink pants, really? Pink pants? I think seeing who's best is more a show of so you write. Yeah, okay. Oh, I was thinking to the left and not in front left. Oh, yes, in front left. Yeah. Looking good. Have you ever ruined a piece by choosing the wrong color, and were you able to fix it? Yes, I've definitely ruined pieces in the sense that I don't like the way they come out in the end. But I think the last time that I let the live stream choose the colors, you know, I went with the wrong colors based on their choice. And it was an anime colored pencil. I think it was colored pencil. Maybe it was markers. No, I think it was colored pencil. I don't remember, but it was a picture kind of like this in the sense that it was this style, and I let the live stream choose all the colors, literally every color, and yeah, I don't like the way it came out. Too much for me. Some people liked it, but blue jeans? What? Come on, I don't wear blue jeans. I don't wear blue jeans. I do have jean shorts. I never wore my first pair of jeans. This is a weird thing about me. I never liked jeans. I always hated jeans. And I didn't wear or own my first pair of jeans until I was 20 years old. And even after I bought 2 pairs of jeans when I was 20, and I probably, between the 2 pants, I probably wore them like 10 times. I had them, I got rid of them when I left Seattle, and they both looked brand new because I never wore them. And then this past summer, I bought a pair of jean shorts, and they're really comfortable. Actually, they're really stretchy. Best jean shorts that I've ever worn. They're literally the first pair of jean shorts I've ever worn. But I've always worn dress pants, slacks, or khakis, or corduroys. Just, yeah. Let's see, dark gray pants. Blue jeans. Oh, I read that. My best friend doesn't like jeans either, but I could live in them. I ride horses though, so they're practical. Yeah. I like gray. So gray seems to be the consensus. I like gray. That's a good choice. I'm gonna go with gray. I'm gonna go with a cool gray. So let's do this. Cool gray. Cool gray pinstriped pants, vertically pinstriped. Gray is a good choice, everyone. Good choice. Just throw in a bit of shadow here. There we go. Let's throw in a little nugget on top my head here. This piece could not be complete without a little nugget. Chillin'. And he's gonna be super happy too. Just grab my pen here and ink him. Just keep his eyes simple. And a grin. Yeah, I'll let that ink dry. Vertical thin pinstripe. No, I think I'm gonna keep the pants just like that. And you know, one of my favorite pair of pants is actually this color, kind of a light silvery gray. Let me get my eraser real quick. That ink should be dry. Little blue nugget. Just chilling on top of my head. I wish I had a little nugget to just sit on my head. Let's see. 552. A nice light blue nugget. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. I like that. I like that. Gosh, what else can I do? What else can I do, everyone? I'm done. I'm done. Inktober's over. It's all done. I don't have anything else. I don't have anything else. I don't know what to do. I'm lost. I'm totally lost. Slime in your hair from Nugget. You'll sew me a plushie nugget and send it to me? Oh, that'd be so awesome. I'd love that. Plushie nugget. Alright, everyone. Oh, goodness. Here's the final look at me and my proud accomplishment of oh yeah, eyebrows. Good eye, good eye. I always forget eyebrows. There. Good eye. I would have totally missed that. Eyebrows. Good. Goodness, everybody, that's it. That's it. Inktober is over. We are done. Today was the last day. Now, Nugget's just a happy translucent blue. He doesn't need any shading. Oh, gosh darn it. You guys... Okay, I'll shade a little bit. I'll shade him a little bit. Just a little. Let me revel in my completeness. Quit finding things. There, now Nugget is truly happy. He's shaded. But seriously, that is it. That is it. We are done. It has been an extremely fun month with all of you guys. Like this drawing in particular was really fun to do. Let you guys pick the colors and the style and everything. It was fun, and I appreciate you guys hanging out. And I hope that you really enjoyed Inktober and found some of your favorites. Remember, I have some of the line art for this stuff, you know, so download it, color it, share it, tag me in it. I'd love to see it. If you guys really enjoyed this Inktober, then let me know. Give this video a thumbs up in particular, because even though on YouTube the thumbs up doesn't mean anything, I just want to see how many I can get on this video in particular, just for all the people that have participated and all the people that have really enjoyed this past month of this drawing frenzy that I've been doing, and that many of you have been doing. I think of all my videos, this one deserves a thumbs up. So don't forget to click that. And make sure you join the Unmask family. Seriously, the link for the group is in the description, and I'll see you guys over there. My next live stream here on YouTube will be next Monday. I'll start the drawing journal. So don't go away. I will be seeing you guys again. Who knows what I'll be drawing or doing next Monday, but it's gonna be fun. So I'll see you next time. You guys have an awesome Halloween. Stay safe. Don't eat too much candy, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Peace.